PJ, and Dakota. If you would like to introduce yourselves.
Hello, I'm Chev. I'm the usual host for our Echoverse campaign that we do each week here on With Disadvantage. In Tomes and Toils, I'm playing Gimna, the dwarf warrior, who's got a mysterious background so far. Hopefully, we'll get to reveal some of her background in the future. But right now, I think we were figuring out what's going on inside this mansion. I think we're still there, aren't we?
Yes, you're in the master bedroom still.
Yeah.
You all had a long rest and became attuned to your magic rings you just got.
Awesome. Oh yeah, I forgot about my ring. Sweet.
And I am Lord Pidgington. I play the tiefling bard Calypso, and on her quest to become famous and resolve her daddy issues.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Oh, Dakota, you should have leveled up to level 2.
Oh, I'll do that now.
Okay.
Merp.
Meanwhile, Rainbow.
Hi, I'm Rainbow. I'm playing. What am I playing? Wednesday. I'm playing Wednesday, and
It's Monday.
yeah, it's Monday, but I'm playing Wednesday, and everyone thinks I'm shenanigans, but I'm not. So we're gonna see what goes on there.
It's because in real life you're shenanigans, Rainbow.
This is very true.
And watch him be the grown up in the room in this is just weird.
Yeah.
All right. And Dakota.
Oh yeah, I'm Dakota, and I play Lungra, a bugbear paladin. I also have a weird past, and my quest right now is to find girls to learn how to be more girly, because I'm a bugbear.
Okay.
And I'm also sipping peppermint tea. It's quite delightful.
Do you have enough to share with the class?
How far away are you again?
Michigan.
Oh, it might be like really cold by the time it gets to you.
Speaking of food, if you would like to sponsor us by
Oh,
your
good God.
booze company, yeah, just please tweet me at critical chaotic at Twitter.
Oh, it's
That's critical chaotic at Twitter.
Fortunately, nobody will ever be able to reach him, so it's fine.
I actually had a really so Rainbow.
They're like, is it chaotic, critical, chaotic?
I had a little idea for you with that.
Yeah.
Instead of just plugging away like a slut willing to get whatever she can get,
Oh, Jesus.
I thought, what if we actually had like a little 5-minute segue into what are we drinking? Ooh, Goose Island, or oh gosh, Goose Island. That's vodka. I'm
Grey
sorry.
Goose.
Goose Island.
Untitled goose alcohol.
Untitled goose alcohol.
But for example, you went to brewery. Oh, this pumpkin selection is very nice. Maybe once companies start hearing themselves a little bit, they're like, "Ooh, we like this press. Maybe we will indulge these guys just a little bit."
I mean, PJ is not wrong.
You guys act like we have an audience.
Yeah.
We do. There's like
Yes,
6
don't
people
ruin our
who tune
dream.
in.
Famous podcasters, you dick.
Chev, don't be rude. Your mom watches.
It's true. And my dad sort of kind of listens once in a while.
Hey, when we're up to 8 people, that'll be a 33%
Oh my
increase
God.
in however many months it takes.
Anyway, is everyone ready? Has Lungra been leveled up to level 2?
Yeah.
Alright. Now then. So, when we last left off, you all had woken up for a long rest in this master bedroom here at the top of this manor, and you've all tuned to your magic rings, and it is about 10 in the morning. There's still a bookshelf blocking the door.
Alright, so Givna. The sun's clearly coming through at this time, right?
Yeah, it's 10.
Okay, so Givna wakes up. She's fine, I gotta get some sleep.
Yeah, you needed it. You're a little bit grouchy
And what's
yesterday.
that supposed to mean?
Oh,
Are we gonna start off on this foot today?
No, Grandma. Gimna. So you know what? I've had enough sleep. I think we've all had enough rest, and we're eager to get out of here. Can I help you push that big bookcase out of the way?
I don't. Are you even gonna be able to help push that big bookcase out of the way?
I think so. Just how hard could it be, right?
I want to see you try to move that bookcase.
I just
Well, I
slowly
was
back
assuming
away
I'd
up
have your
here.
help.
So they can sort this shit out.
Gimna just huffs and goes to throw the bookcase out of the way of the door. She uses her foot to shove it off that. I forget. It's not the same controls fan. Off that way.
Okay. You
Did it come crashing down? Like, did you just pull it off like so it flopped on its face rather than sliding it sideways, or?
you guys slid it sideways.
I just
Okay.
shoved it with my foot off to the side.
Gotcha. Well, clearly you didn't need my help, so anyway. All right, who's ready for an adventure? Let's go up to those mountains and kick some ass.
Alright. Does everyone still have the map? Access to the map?
No. It's buried in the history.
Alright, I'll post it again. We can pin it if we'd like.
Okay.
Alright. Here we go. Here's a map of Tarmadale posted in the chat.
There we go.
Oh. So,
I would like to start traveling towards Spear 255,000.
What?
I'm joking.
Oh, I don't have access to pin chats anymore.
So Calypso finishes brushing her teeth and she goes over to Lungra. Oh, that is such a cute underbite. Bend down here. Let me get those fangs for you. And I'm gonna reach up with my brush and start scrubbing her those two big fangs
What
that
is
poke out
happening?
from.
The images you see for the tokens is not necessarily accurate.
I was assuming as a bugbear she had an underbite. Am I wrong?
Dakota?
Does Longer have
I
an
haven't put
underbite?
much thought into it, so let's go with yes.
Okay, then I'm gonna brush those up jutting fangs.
Okay.
I'm looking very uncomfortable, and I don't know what to do.
In short time, the fangs are pearly white.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Can I braid your hair?
No.
At
right.
this time,
Please stop touching me.
at this time, I would like to ask you guys to remove one ration each,
What? Why?
because you guys probably have to eat breakfast. Duh.
Bunsen,
So,
you don't know
I
what I
gotta-
eat.
I got a gameplay question. What happens if you run out of rations?
I was gonna say that you guys would start going through levels of exhaustion.
Yeah.
Something like
That is what I would expect as well.
Yeah, I only have 1 day of rations. Oh, never mind. I have 5. JK.
Well,
Yeah.
instead of rations yesterday, you ate a goblin carcass. Does that mean that you? Does that spare her one ration? I remember offering her goblin carcass as like a kind of a friendship thing.
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, it was a little filling, so
I mean, she did eat half a goblin.
yeah.
No, it's fine. I'm gonna take one this morning because I'm really hungry. It was only half a goblin. They're really small.
Yeah,
Barely any meat on them.
Yeah.
they are fairly bony.
Let's see. So
No
we're all
joke,
just coming off of a long rest, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys
I'm
should all
gonna-
have your stats back.
I'm gonna conjure up a big fat cigar and smoke it.
I turned to Calypso and I'm like, can I eat my breakfast now?
Of course. I mean, your teeth are brushed. Care if I sit and eat with you?
Sure.
I'm gonna walk over there and I heard it as I smoke my cigar. I'm gonna go, well, guys, I think you did that in the wrong order. I think you're supposed to eat and then brush your teeth.
You're no offense, but you're a puddle of goo with no teeth at all. I mean, do you practice brushing imaginary teeth, or how does it?
Oh, Bunsen, do I have teeth? I do not have teeth.
You do not have teeth.
Well, that's how I saw the humans around me do it.
Oh, must be a religious thing. Do those Helmites meet a certain way too?
Calypso, make an insight check.
No, I was asking him.
No, I know. I would like you to make an insight check.
All right. 6
Plus what?
plus probably +1 because it's intelligence based, right?
I think so.
Wisdom
Yes.
based. Yeah. Sorry about the delay. Oh, +4, so 10.
All right. Yeah, you seem to recall that most people actually do usually eat and then brush your teeth because, I don't know, it's weird to brush your teeth and then eat something when you.
Oh, brother, I brush my teeth first every morning.
Okay, but you recognize that you're just.
And then I have a big old cup of coffee too.
I'm just poking fun.
Well, that was as good as it was yesterday and the day before. So, we ready to go?
I take
I'm
a big
ready.
puff of my
Let's get out of
cigar.
this
Yeah,
room.
Let's go.
Yes, please. Because the decor in here, it's not happening.
Shockingly, there's quite little decor.
I know it. It's all destroyed. That's why it's not happening.
All right, can we get a move on? Let's get out of here. We got
Yes,
stuff to do.
please.
I got people to interrogate.
All right, let's. Ooh, interrogations. Can I help you torture? I've
You know,
always wanted to do
normally
that.
I'd say no, but honestly, you would probably be really effective torture.
Oh, you mean just have her play her music?
No, well, my
just have
father
her
was a
exist.
demon.
Just put her in a room with whoever we want to get information out of. I think they'll talk eventually.
It's because I'm that charming.
We'll go with that.
All right, let's go.
All right. So Gimna goes out the door and heads down the big staircase and heads toward the front door.
Okay. So, out the front door, you see the floor hallway, just as you recall. Quite barren, lots of doors down the two hallways to your sides, and a long stairwell down to the front lobby.
Oh, is there more to this house we can explore?
You could.
We explored it all. Gimna's sick of this place. She wants to leave.
Yeah, so is Calypso. Like, this is not making her famous.
Oh my gosh.
She's got one goal. It's easy to predict.
Gimna's still after information about Volstark, so we gotta head north.
Alright.
You saying that in character, or you saying that as a player?
Yes, Gimna says in character, Gimna still needs information about Volstark.
Why are you talking in the third person? Has she gone crazy?
Rainbow.
I turn to Calypso and say, "Does this always happen?"
I don't know,
not
guys.
Usually, she usually only talks to herself in the third person if she's drunk. Gimna, what did you have in your breakfast?
You know, you don't always have to be a Calypso hole.
Oh,
Can we please leave this stupid mansion?
Lead the
cold,
way.
it's
I'm
drafty.
on your heels.
All right. Oh. Let's see. We're on a
Yeah.
new map
Nice.
now.
Bringing the map of
We're like-
Tarmangal back out.
There we are. We're like
Yeah.
right here, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are over this way.
Sweet. I like the map.
I was
Cool,
gonna say,
so-
do we have this map in person so we can see everything, or no?
Yes.
in
Jade
Discord.
gave it to you.
Oh,
I'm
Yeah.
talking about our characters.
Yeah, your characters were given a map from Jade.
I point to the map. I go, why don't we go see this town and see what's up?
Don't we know the name of that? Didn't you tell me?
Yes, Olin Oaks.
Olin Oaks. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go to Olin Oaks and see what's up about this orc village up here.
Oh,
Yeah.
At first, I thought you said Hall and Oates, and I was like, "Wait, what?"
Olin Oaks.
the Goblin
Sounds
Corpse.
like a resort town. That's got to be fun. Let's go.
Okay.
All right, so we make our way out. Do we?
Yeah. Do we run into anything between here and Olin Oaks?
Me and
Maybe.
Hall and Oates.
Let me make a roll here.
An army of mad squirrels.
I
An
used to,
army of men.
I used to think Holland Oates was one person named Holland Oates.
No, shockingly, you guys do run into an army of squirrels. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was like, what the hell?
Do they speak Infernal?
Surprisingly, yes.
Do they speak Goblin as well?
Also, yes. These are multilingual, deadly squirrels.
Maybe it's like Kronk. Squeak, 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 squeaker, squeaking.
Squeakity squeak squeak.
Okay.
This little guy's had it rough. Seems the talking llama gave him a hard time the other day.
Squeakers.
Oh no. Thanks everybody for listening to the Emperor's New Groove D&D campaign.
Reenactment by Dakota and PJ.
Yeah, how hard is it not to want to talk like Patrick Warburton whenever you're quoting him?
Right? I
Meanwhile-
can't do it very well.
Meanwhile, Gimna hears a little spider nearby. It says, "Help me! Help me!"
Too late.
There's an old man in a tree somewhere.
All right.
Okay,
Let's-
so
let's go for it.
so you guys are traveling along a well-worn path from Port Relia that Anastasia Manor went off from. This path had a fork in the road towards the forest down to the south, about where Calypso's token is.
Okay.
And as you travel, not a lot of travelers this time of year apparently, but you do notice a strange figure in the distance as you guys are walking.
How visible is he or she or it?
Would you guys like to make an investigation or Yeah, make a perception check, everyone.
All right. Let's see. I need to just like hotkey this.
15 for me.
Okay.
Let's see. Is it roll D20
It's an 8 because it's +1.
plus, and then my perception is what?
16.
6. It worked. 21. I can see this guy like it's daytime.
Okay. So, at about 12:30 on the road, you guys see, or you, Calypso, you see off in the distance a tall figure wearing a plague mask. Draped
Plague
in,
mask?
Jesus.
Yes, a plague mask. The beak
Like the
thing.
old ones? Ooh.
Yes. This being, you can't really tell anything about this other than it's someone wearing a plague mask, draped in heavy robes.
Oh, cool.
Heavy dark gray, maybe black robes. He is headed your guys' way.
Oh, cool. I'm excited. I'm excited to meet him. Hey, I turn to Gimnum. Hey, look at that guy. I'll bet he's on the way to a masquerade ball. We should see where he's going. It'll be a lot of fun.
I just googled plague mask. That's creepy.
Yeah, I posted a picture in Tomes and Toils Discord.
So, when he's within earshot, I'm gonna call out to him. Hey, how you doing?
The figure.
Gimna puts her hand over her face and shakes her head. Ugh. Will you pipe down? You're gonna get us in trouble. Not everyone's friendly.
Well, I mean, everybody's friendly with me.
The figure tilts their head at Calypso's odd reading. The figure does not say anything, though.
Gimna draws her flail and gets ready for a fight, just in case.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Oh, you must be the silent type.
or he's plotting how to kill us and eat the flesh from our bones. Calypso, how can you possibly be this dumb?
Oh, it's not stupidity. I mean, I always start with friendliness. If someone, it's not like he doesn't see us walking down the road toward him.
And that
I
never ends
conjure
badly for you?
I conjure up my own plain mask and put it on.
No. I mean, worst case scenario, somebody tries to flirt and embarrasses themselves.
At this point, the plague mask wearing individual is like within, let's say, 10 feet of whoever's at the front of the pack here.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'm always trying to be in the front, by the way.
Okay.
Like Gimna is on a mission, so she's always trying to lead the way.
And
So
I'm gonna try and I'm walking fast to keep pace because I want to be the first to meet whoever this is because I'm like, she's probably just gonna like knock his head off, but I want to meet who this person is first.
So when he's about 10 feet in front of you guys, he stops walking. He's just kind of, as far as you can tell, looking you guys over, wondering what you guys are up to.
Oh, hey, Gimna, stop. Let me handle this. I'm your bard. It's my job to kind of greet people, persuade them of things. Let me be your PR. You're the superstar here. Just let me help a little bit. So
Gimna hesitates, but then she's. You okay?
yeah, I'm fine. I was right about to start talking to the mask guy.
Oh, oh, okay. I thought you said you dropped something or something because you're like, oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So anyway, Gimna says, "All right, let's see what you got." She lets you go in front of her.
So
So
this mask wearing individual is like about 6'7". They're pretty tall. And
cool.
So are
intimidating
tieflings.
considering the mask, but not threatening at the moment.
So it's nice to meet you. My name's Calypso, and this is my friend Gimna over here. We're on a quest, and so we're just out doing our thing. And well, yeah. What's your name?
The figure seems to understand, like nods his head as you speak. So it definitely seems like he understands you, but he does not give a verbal respond.
Gimna
He
is
just
Alright.
ready, by the way. If any hostile movement, she's ready to step in front of Calypso and swing her flail.
I'm gonna deliver
he
the
does
same
give
greeting in Infernal.
uh from the minute body movements that were there before. This figure does not seem to understand what you're speaking.
How
He
tall is
does
he?
6'7".
Okay.
He at the response of or after you finished speaking the first time, he did give you 2 finger guns.
Two what?
Finger
Two
guns.
finger guns?
2 finger guns?
Yes.
He just came from Burning Man.
Oh. Well, it was nice to meet you. I guess you're not going where we're going. Anything cool up ahead?
The individual holds up his gloved hand up to where his chin would be, and then gives a shrug motion. He doesn't
Okay.
seem to want to talk, like
You,
verbally.
do you not talk at all, fella?
He shakes his head.
Why don't you
Oh,
talk? What's the matter with you? Why you mute?
He ponders again for a moment and shakes his head in a way that says he doesn't want to talk about it.
oh, do you want to play charades? And I'm gonna start miming a box.
He just watches you.
Gimna
Not
just
particular.
Gimna just narrows her eyes and stares at this guy because she does not trust him.
I look at him and go, "Are you just passing by? You just don't want to talk?"
He thinks for a moment, and he points his finger up as if he has an idea, and he opens up his cloak in a way that you guys can't see from under his cloak, and he pulls out a small sack.
He points up.
He points up like aha, like that motion.
Oh, like hold on a second. Okay.
No,
Gotcha.
like a aha.
All right. What's the sack look like?
Looks like it has small objects. It's like a sack about 2 hands size.
No hostile movements now. What you got there?
He opens
Oh,
up
I think. Oh, go ahead.
he opens up the sack from above, or from the top, and he reaches in and he takes out some sort of potion.
Ooh, potion.
Hold on,
Yes.
Calypso.
Or-
Calypso, back up. What is that? What do you got? Giving the steps
He's-
in front of Calypso and kind of pulls her back a bit.
Hang on a second. I'm sorry, give me a minute.
You're good.
Okay, I'm ready. Sorry about that.
It's all good.
So, yeah, he holds up this potion of some sort. It's a small vial about the size of your finger, about as wide as two thumbs at the bottom. Kind of tapers out at the top. It has some sort of blood orange reddish liquid in it.
All right, Mr. Non-Talking Man, you're gonna say what that is right now.
He holds up one finger to where his mouth would be.
I'm gonna pull out a dagger, and with my one hand raised, like, don't panic, palm out toward him, and I'm gonna reach the dagger down to the dirt, and I'm just gonna draw a question mark into the dirt, and then wipe the tip of the dagger and put it back in the sheath.
With his other hand, he takes out another small sack. This time, it comes out with a bunch of jingling sounds, and he takes out 3 gold coins.
You trying to make a trade?
He points to you and nods.
What do you want to trade for?
He shakes the 3 gold coins in his hand.
You want money for that potion?
He nods his head.
All right. Let's. If you're gonna play charades, then you got to figure out. Can you draw in the dirt? What is that potion?
My dagger is next to worthless, and even I know that. So I grab it by the blade and gesture to hand it to him.
You're offering him your dagger?
Yeah, so he can.
I say, wait, hold on. And
so he can write in the.
I conjure up a dagger for him to write in.
Okay. So he accepts the dagger. He's a little confused by the conjured dagger, but he already has a dagger by the time you can conjure it. And he draws into the dirt a symbol of like a stereotypical heart, like the heart shape.
Ooh, a love potion. Langra, this might be really good for you. I would recommend
Calypso, I think it's
Why
a
do you
healing
assume that would
potion.
be good for me?
Oh, I mean, you were telling me last night while you were sleeping.
How much you want for that potion? Give him the talks to that guy.
He draws in the dirt again. He draws the number for 90.
490. 490 gold?
No, 90.
Oh. Oh, the number for oh, okay. So the number 90.
Yes.
the number 490. Okay.
Okay.
You want 90 gold for that potion?
He nods his head. Yes.
All right, you best be moving on.
Anyone else?
And I'm gonna say I'm gonna look at him apologetically and say, it's just not something I really struggle with. Thanks anyway. And
You still think it's a love potion, don't you?
I'm gonna hold my hand out. I'm gonna point to the dagger and hold my hand out.
He returns your dagger.
All right, I'm gonna sheath it, and I'm not afraid of this guy anymore. So I'm gonna give him like a pat on the back as I walk past him on the trail.
I'm also going to walk past him.
Okay. Y'all go on your merry way. And he puts his stuff back in his sack, puts it back under his robe, and continues down the road.
Okay. Yeah, Gimna's going to periodically look over her shoulder skeptically, make sure he's not behind us.
Yeah, I'm taking up the rear doing the same.
Make a perception check, you two.
Right.
Well, great. 20.
Oh, 20.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Yeah, and I'm not even gonna bother looking back because I'm like, I totally trust this guy. He seemed really nice.
Okay.
Calypso, it's a wonder you're still alive.
So,
Hey, I
Gimna,
can,
Yeah?
Gimna, you keep a really close, sharp eye on this weird stranger as he walks down the horizon. He does not seem to make any actions as you guys leave.
Okay.
I'm a very good judge of character, and I feel like individuals like myself, goblins, furbolgs, I feel like there's a little bit of should I say prejudice against us, and so I try to give everyone the benefit of the doubt.
Gimna again just sighs and shakes her head. Alright, let's keep going. We gotta get to that, Olin. I keep forgetting the name. Olin Oaks?
Yeah, let's go to that resort town. Let's go.
That guy was
yes.
that guy was crazy trying to sell a potion for 90
Dakota's
gold.
got me all mixed up now. I keep wanting to say Hall & Oates. Alright, so we keep going then.
Yep.
How long is the travel between the mansion and this place?
So, for the midpoint, about the midpoint where you ran into the plagued mask wearing individual, it was about 2 hours. So it would take you about 2 more hours to get to Olin Oaks.
Oh, okay. Oh wow, this island thing we're on really is small.
Relatively, yeah.
Okay.
It's large enough to have an adventure on, but
I was just curious. Yeah, I wasn't really aware of scale. Okay.
yeah. Okay, so eventually over the horizon, in the distance down the path, you start to see a windmill and start to see some yellow across the horizon on the ground. It appears to be a
Some
farmland.
yellow.
Yeah, it appears to be a farmland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like wheat.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right. Well, so I'm gonna keep
That's not
making
what I
my
was
way
picturing.
toward town.
Just
There's
picturing the
town.
yellow
Yep.
brick road.
As I'm walking, I'm gonna pull out my lyre and start playing like the equivalent of something that sounds like a little bit like country music, whatever the period correct thing for that time would be. Yep.
Okay. So, everyone make a perception check.
Perception.
You're loving the perception checks tonight.
Yeah.
18.
Let's see. 15.
Okay. Rainbow. Okay.
You fucked that up somehow.
How did I fuck that up?
Is your perception plus 0 or just plus 0?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Okay. So as you guys are walking towards this farmland, you start to get closer to this windmill. You see. You also have started to see a very minor town in the center of this farmland. Just like a few buildings spread out. Probably just the necessities for a town on Tarmadil. Like you got a tavern, you got a couple of stores, probably. But from where you are, you're about 200 feet away from the windmill, and there's a uh, broken down wagon on the side of the path.
Okay. Is there anyone by the wagon?
No, but Gimna, as you pass by this, or as you guys start to get near this wagon, you guys hear some rustling from it.
Okay, I peek inside.
Okay.
Jesus.
You okay?
Yeah. So as you peek inside,
The anticipation just killing him.
I think someone real life casted maniacal laughter or whatever.
Right? Whatever
He
that
sees
thing
a little
is.
goblin in a barrel eating like crumpets or something.
The
close.
drugs have just
You
kicked
are
in for
staring in the face
Bunsen.
of goblin.
Uh-oh.
as you peek in.
Wait, so we pick in to see what? Sorry, a goblin?
Goblins.
Gimna, you peek into the wagon, and you're immediately staring into the face of a goblin in the broken down wagon.
Okay.
The goblin has stopped rustling, and very quickly you hear other rustling stop as the goblin just stares back at you.
I'm gonna yell out to Gimna because I probably can't. I'm probably like a few feet behind her. Hey, what's in the wagon?
So I hold up my finger to my mouth and looking at the goblin, and I go, shh.
The goblin holds up his finger to his mouth
As
and makes the same
as
motion.
as this is going on, I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna start doing a ritual of comprehend languages.
But you don't. None of you see the goblin. Only I see the
Oh.
goblin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we all saw or heard the goblin.
No.
No.
Never mind then.
I'm the only one looking in the wagon right now. I haven't told you guys about him yet. So I turn around and I just say, nothing of importance.
Are you sure, Gimna? You're
ask-
usually very forthcoming.
Gimna, could I ask you to make a deception check?
Yes. D20 plus 3. So
Okay.
17.
Gimna
Can
is
I roll
pretty
perception against that?
Sure.
Let's see.
What are you rolling?
Perception.
Oh, okay.
I have my cat jump in the wagon.
I think it would be insight if you're trying to decide if I'm lying.
Oh, would it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it'd be even lower then.
Okay, yeah. I don't know. All right.
Like I said, my cat jumps into the wagon.
Okay.
Great.
Are you looking through the eyes of your cat?
Can I try to grab the cat by the scruff before it makes it into the wagon?
Which side is the cat trying to jump into the wagon?
I don't know. I don't see a picture of the map, so you'd have to tell me.
I'm going to assume the same side that Gimna's is at. Gimna, could you roll a, let's say, acrobatics check? See if you can catch the cat in time.
Sure.
What does a cat roll?
I'll
You know what? Make it a grappling check. Yeah.
Oh, grappling? Alright, that's
Yeah.
plus 6 instead, so 19.
So what does the cat roll?
I don't
Athletics or acrobatics?
but the cat is just a... Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Like,
Is it athletics or acrobatics?
Yes.
Plus 2.
Okay. So Gimna, you reach for this cat as it tries to jump into the wagon. You just barely miss, and the cat lands right in front of the goblin on the floor of this wagon.
What? I beat him. I was 19.
You were 19?
Yeah, because you told me athletics after I rolled, so I added 6 to the 13 instead of 1.
Oh, I'm sorry. Then yes, you successfully grab the cat.
Okay, good. So I grab him by the scruff, and I hold him out, and I'm like, Wednesday, will you keep this little feline under control? And I kind of toss it back towards, not trying to like hurt it or anything, but toss it back on the ground so it lands on its feet next to Wednesday.
oh, poor kitty.
He's like, I suggest you guys leave this wagon alone. Why don't you guys keep heading into town while I take care of something?
Why are you so protective over this wagon?
Gimna is worried that you guys are going to start another fight.
You started the fight last time.
I didn't start the fight.
Wednesday did.
No,
Yeah.
it was Wednesday.
Yeah.
All right, whatever.
Is there a way that I can find a
Gimna
way to
knows
like
best.
sneak around without Gimna looking to the other side of the wagon and looking?
Make a stealth check.
Stealth?
Yes.
Oh Jesus. Ooh. We're fucked.
The 20, isn't it?
Damn it.
Instant karma.
As a very
I like
large.
try to roll around the wagon and I'm like kicking shit and like knocking stuff over. I'm like,
Exactly.
whoa. I didn't do that.
Gimna
knock
sees
over
that
a
you're
fallen
all
tree.
trying to sneak into this wagon, and she's like, "Will you guys just stop? It's just a poor little goblin, an innocent little goblin, and you're gonna kill him."
Oh, a goblin!
Oh, we're not gonna kill a goblin. I'm not cast rituals.
They're my friends.
Comprehend languages.
I'm gonna push past Gimna and poke my nose in to look at the goblin and like wave. Hi.
The goblin
That sigh.
awkwardly waves hi as 5 other goblins peek out of the wagon.
So how long have you guys been here?
I
And
speak in Goblin,
Oh,
and
never
I
mind.
say, "Why are you guys here, and how can we help you?"
I thought for sure you were gonna say it was one goblin who just stuffed himself full of cornbread.
I was kind of
It's
hoping
a-
that was.
It's a
That's
whole
what I said last time, but nobody laughed.
it's a whole band of 6 goblins in this wagon. Just rummaging through. So what did you say in Goblin, Lingra?
I was just asking them why they're here and how we can help them.
The initial goblin speaks out. Well, look, we're just scavenging, okay? Just leave us alone, please.
Does he speak common or goblin?
He speaks in Goblin.
I'm gonna turn to Lungra. I didn't know you spoke Goblin. That's so cool. What'd he say?
Dakota?
Lungra?
Oh, sorry, I didn't know you were talking to me. My bad. I just turn to Calypso and say they're just rummaging. They don't own this wagon. They just found it, I'm assuming.
I suggest we leave them alone then.
Ask them if they want that wagon moved somewhere.
I don't think so. They're just rummaging. They're about to leave.
Okay, well, let's leave too then. Tell them that we have a nice day.
What? Whose wagon is this though? I mean, was
Not
it broken
ours.
broken when they found it?
I turn around and ask the goblins the question Calypso just asked.
Guys, this is none of our business.
The goblin responds, yeah, we just found it.
Oh, you didn't see who owned it?
No, we didn't. Make a
Okay.
perception check.
I turn to
Make
a perception check? Oh, shit.
Yes.
Yeah, can I assist her in this? Because if she relays the message to me, I definitely don't believe her. Because this is exactly what somebody who just killed somebody who owned a wagon and rummaged.
Okay, so you roll a 13?
Yeah.
All right. So
Did
it's
she
hard to-
tell me what he said?
No.
I would say no.
Oh, okay.
Because like this is a perception of just like the goblin at the moment. Because the goblin that's speaking, they look kind of torn off at the moment. You can't tell from what.
Did I finish by comprehend languages?
That takes a whole 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's 10 minutes. This conversation has definitely not lasted that long.
Nope.
I stopped doing that then. And I just
you
figured I don't
don't-
care about it anymore.
Yeah, you don't know whether or not the goblin's telling the truth, but they do look pretty worn for wear.
Can I just kind of
I-
take a glance over the wagon and see if there's any good stuff in there?
So I toss the one goblin that we've been talking to. I toss him 5 silver.
Okay. He gleefully catches the 5 silver and pockets it.
Gimna just starts to head down the trail towards the town.
I conjure up a cigar and I follow her.
I love that that's like a thing now.
What?
Rainbow, could
Yeah,
you deduct 5 silver from your currency?
I did.
Okay.
I want to glance at the cart and see if there's anything valuable in there.
Okay. Are you trying to do so stealthily?
Yeah.
All right. Roll me a stealth check, and yeah, just roll me a stealth check at the moment.
All right. I just rolled the raw dice there, and my stealth is plus. Let's see. It takes so long. It takes longer to punch it in than it does to click the thing. So plus 3, so 12.
All right. Then roll me investigation.
All right. Let's see. Investigation, I think, is just plus. Oh, natty 20. Bitchin'.
Ooh, Nice.
Doesn't matter.
So you manage to take a pretty secretive peek into the wagon, and you see just general wares. You see some tattered shirts, a couple nicer shirts. You see a couple of rods, quarter staffs, and also you notice a mostly looted, opened crate of some potions.
I am going to. Let's see. I think I'm gonna try and frighten these goblins away. Is there like a shed or any big structure near the cart?
200 feet down the path is a windmill.
It's a windmill. Let's see. I am going to stealthily cast minor illusion from the windmill, and as
Can you do that from 200
I'm
feet
gonna-
away?
yeah, that's not really gonna work out, is it?
Yeah, it has a range of 30 feet.
Well, I mean, if it's a yeah, I guess so. Damn. Let's see. What can I do here?
I turn around and go, "Come on, Calypso, get your lazy button gear."
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna run. I'm gonna say, all right, and I'm gonna start walking with the group.
Gimna's not stopping
And
for anything. She's already at least a ways away. She's kind of out of earshot now.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
probably by the windmill at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna get behind the windmill, and I'm gonna use disguise self and make myself look like a little goblin, just like these guys.
Okay.
Is this gonna go into some weird thing when you go back and try to make out with them?
Calypso, did you make up pace like to catch up to me, or am I already past the windmill when you get to the windmill?
I made a pace because you guys told me to hurry along.
Okay, so I see you then go behind the windmill, right?
Yep.
Okay, so again, it's just like, Calypso, what are you doing now?
There are
And then-
potions in that cart. I'm gonna go take them.
And then as you turn into a goblin, she's like, "What in the hell?"
Yeah, I need to get a hold of some of those potions. They're gonna help you. They're gonna help you in your fights, and
They
they're
don't
gonna make us
belong to
famous.
you, and those goblins could probably use them more than you. It's probably that creepy man's card anyway.
Yeah, you know what? You might be right.
Make
And
make me a
Perception?
what would be a recollection check?
History, I think.
Yeah, I guess make a history check, Calypso.
all right. Let's see. So history modifiers +1.
Oh,
Natural
long out
20
those
again.
D20s.
Wow.
Wow.
So you recall that the potions you saw, they were actually they seemed to be a purplish color. The one that the man had was a blood orange, kind of a red.
Oh, okay. So then, yeah, I relay that to Gimna. Yeah, they were different. They were different colors.
And it's like, that doesn't really mean anything. I don't really care.
Let's just get to
Um,
town. This doesn't concern us at all.
Fine. And I'm not even gonna bother changing back. I'm just gonna walk alongside looking like a goblin.
You're not gonna go back and try on your own, huh?
Oh, I'm like, I mean, if what I'm doing isn't appreciated by the group, there's no point. My whole point is to like try to ride your coattails into some fame. So I'm like, whatever.
Are you sure you don't want to get rid of your disguised self?
You know what? On second thought, I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna totally do the opposite. I'm gonna cast comprehend languages. I'm gonna say, you guys will appreciate this later, and I'm gonna start marching towards those goblins.
Give him the shouts behind you and says, "You know, I like you better this way."
I didn't know you were into small chicks.
Nobody said I was into you.
I look at Gimna and wink at her awkwardly.
Gimna looks disgusted. She doesn't know you. You're just kind of weird and tagging along as right now. She hasn't formed any sort of.
Okay.
So,
I'd
as part of my
tap that, too.
disguise, I'm gonna be missing my tongue.
Okay.
Wait, you're missing your tongue?
Yeah,
All right. Very
See-
clever, because comprehend languages does not allow you to speak the language.
exactly.
Oh,
Very
I thought
clever.
it did.
No, unless you
No,
understand
just
it.
comprehend.
So I'm gonna walk up to the goblins, and I'm gonna start like waving my arms like something big is coming this way.
Okay.
Like I'm gonna as soon like as I about halfway from the windmill, I'm gonna start like running and feigning a panic, and run up to the goblins and start like waving my arms like big, big.
All right.
Of course, I can't say anything, but big like scared gestures.
All right. So one of the goblins pokes a head out as it hears your approach, and sees you running from town with waving your arms around and saying something to it indecipherable. And the goblin jumps up a second, turns to the others in the cart, and says, "Ah, company, run, go!" And they all scatter out of the cart and run down the path away from the gut towards the direction you guys came from, also waving their arms out as they run away.
Okay, knowing how hard they
Waving
were
your
to,
arms around.
Sorry,
huh?
sorry. I had the stream playing by accident.
Oh. I was
So
like,
yeah,
Bunsen, why are you yourself?
as they run, I'm gonna slow down a little bit and kind of make sure they're not looking back. And as soon as it feels safe to do so, I'm gonna grab the big old crate of potions, and I'm not even gonna go through it yet. I'm just gonna haul ass back toward the town.
Okay. All right. So I assume you meet up with your teammates at the edge of town.
Yeah, yeah.
So, question: Did you
And,
just run into town as a goblin with a big old chest full of potions?
When I get to that's a good point. If it's not too late, when I get to the windmill, I'm going to revert to my natural form.
Yeah, you can usually do that.
All right. So
Okay.
at this point, Gimna is actually interested to see what what happens. So she's been impatiently waiting for her to return.
All right, and I'm gonna step up to her proudly and say, like a good bard of the highest quality, I totally deceived those goblins, and now I have a big old box full of potions for us.
Maybe you aren't completely useless.
I'm very useful if you just give me an opportunity to prove myself. I mean, I did graduate from bard school, and I hold out my diploma again.
All right. Does any of us know what any of these do? As I kind of just like thumb through some of the vials.
Or
I
I'm
still
asking
have
you, drink them and something happens.
I
So,
still have comprehend languages. I mean, I cast it, and the spell lasts for an hour, and I don't think all that took an hour. So if there are any labels on the potions, I want to try to read them.
there are no labels, and now that you get a closer look at these outside the shade of the tattered wagon, you can see that they don't have purple liquid, but they are purple glass.
Are they empty?
They are not empty.
Oh, gotcha. There's still liquid inside, but it's
Yes.
not purple. It's purple glass. Okay.
It appears that most of what was in this crate was already looted, so there's only currently 3 potions in here.
Wednesday, where's that
Gotcha.
cat of yours?
I don't know if the
I'm
cat
saying-
can even do anything like that.
I have a better idea.
I think I'm gonna pop open a cork here and pour some in that cat's mouth.
I have a better idea as I like hastily put them in my bag. Let's go into town. There might be an alchemist in Bard School. We learned that they are the experts in these kinds of things. They can just dip a little stick in there usually and tell you what it is. So let's go see if we can find an alchemist.
All right.
I mean,
That's not a bad idea. Although
we don't want to kill the cat, and we don't want to waste like a love potion on a cat. Have you ever seen what happens when you give cats love potion? It's hilarious. We did it in Bard School, and they go crazy.
What the fuck? Yuna is just shaking her head as your stories continue, making her way into town.
I'm gonna follow. Smoking my big old cigar.
Okay. So as you guys walk into town, it's not nearly as populous as Port Relia. If you had to guess, there are probably only a couple dozen citizens of Olin Oaks. It's it's just a farming town. What?
Windows is crashing.
I don't know how to erase it.
Oh.
What? I was tapped off of this for a second.
How do
Oh,
I erase it?
You have to click into each one and hit the
Hang
delete
on.
button.
I got this.
Okay, alright, sweet. Anyway,
Shut up.
sorry.
What
I
happened?
thought I could just erase it. It wouldn't be that big of a deal.
You're in timeout, mister.
Hey, I just
Go to the
felt left
chow
out.
point.
Everyone was drawing. Alright, yeah, so she's gonna just end up going into town, and what do we see as we enter town?
Alright, so as you enter town, you see what appears to be a general store, most close to you. That's you got some small, ratchety looking, not, not super well constructed, but good enough homes. You got a couple stores. You got a general store. You have a next to the general store. Actually, you do have a potion, or you have a store with a potion sign outside of it.
Okay, I go into the general store. I don't give a shit about the potions, and I try to find
I follow
somebody
Gimna to the general
to ask
store.
questions to.
And I'm just working on my song back here.
I'm sorry, what stores did you say? Did you say there was a magic store?
There was a store with a
Potions.
potion outside.
Oh,
like a
okay, I'm
potion
gonna
sign.
go into that.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you said there's like a magic item. Sorry.
So, we let's see. Who wants to go first?
I'm going to. I'm gonna go talk to the guy at the counter if there is one, and if there's not, is there like a bell somewhere?
I'm just gonna go to the potion store with Lipso and see what's going on.
All right.
Oh, hey,
Are
thanks
you
for coming with me Wednesday.
you
You know,
carrying the
we-
potions?
Yeah, they're in my equipment bag. I haven't.
I summon a bell and I start ringing it. Really,
Because
really
I'd
loud.
imagine they're stoppered, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Then I just put them in my bag.
I summon like a really big handbell and I start ringing it.
Okay. So as you ring the bell, you hear from the back of the store behind the counter a bit. You hear a woman's voice. Coming.
Thank
And,
you.
and as after a moment passes, you hear under her breath as she walks into view. I didn't even know we had a bell. And
Oh, it's okay. We brought one.
all right. And as she walks into view, you see you see a young woman dwarf, kind of hobble up to the counter, jump up onto a stool to be level with the counter, and she says, "Hello, what can I do for you?"
Oh, we found these 3 potions, and I was wondering if you could tell me what they're for.
All right. Do you offer these 3 potions?
Yep, I put them out and I set them on the counter.
All right. She takes them and looks over them for a moment and says, "Wait, these have purple. These my shipment?"
I'm not sure. We came upon a bunch of dwarves that were raiding this wagon that had been destroyed, and I spotted the potions in there. Thought, why should the goblins have them? So I took
So-
them, and
Okay.
now I'm here.
Make
All right. So before we go
persuasion
on,
check.
are you forgetting that they were goblins or are you lying?
He just
I
misspoke.
said they were goblins.
No, you said dwarves first, but it's fine.
Oh, I meant to say goblins. I'm sorry. That was a true slip up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering what kind of lie you was kind of weave with the dwarfs.
It was obvious you
Oh.
slipped up because you said goblins the second time.
So I will assume that you said goblins both time, but make a persuasion check.
Okay. Let's see. I think my modifier is 6, but I'll double check. Oh my gosh.
Another D20.
Dude, do you like paste some like roll 20 hack into the
No,
JavaScript
no.
console?
I'm just clicking the damn button. I don't know if it's like
So,
stuck or
PJ, you should
something.
stop playing right now, and you should run and play the lottery.
No kidding.
Yeah, the odds of that. Let me see the odds of that really quick.
The odds of rolling a 20 are 5%, so
That's a
0.5
1 in
times
8,000 chance.
That's my kind of night.
Yeah, that's a 0.0125% chance of rolling 3 20s in a row.
I could have told you that.
So as you retell the story, the dwarf behind the counter, she seems suspicious of you at first, but then she hits her, or she does like a face palm and goes like, "Of course, goblins are at it again."
Oh, are they a problem in these parts?
Yeah, a little bit. They think we're small fries around here, so they try to pick on us and take our stuff.
Before I scared them, those particular goblins seemed very nice.
Why would they think that you're a food item?
Oh, I think it's a figure of speech. Don't mind Wednesday here. So can you tell me what those are?
Yeah. So let me see here. She kind of swirls it around a bit and takes a look at it and goes, yeah, these are huh. She swirls it around a bit and just mumbles to herself, why do they put so stupid glass around this thing? uh, is everything okay?
I don't know
Can I
what's
help?
going on.
Here
Oh,
just
I don't know.
sorry. It's Maggie was having a hard time watching the stream, so I started to stream to Discord to see if that helped.
Okay.
We're good now.
I conjure up a magnifying glass and I hand it to her.
Okay. She accepts the magnifying glass, finding a little strange, and goes, "Thanks, honey, but I don't need this. It's just stupid tint."
Ooh, can I use it? And I'm like looking at things. Wow.
Sure, knock yourself out.
So any luck identifying what kind of potion this is?
Yeah, this looks like my shipment of healing potions.
Oh, that's great. I'm sorry about the loss. And I quickly put them back in my bag.
She actually holds them away from you for a second, saying, "Hey, listen, these were a shipment for me. I already purchased these."
And you experienced a total loss, so I really hope that they were insured. And if they were, your insurance company will recomp you the loss. But I see no reason for you to withhold them from me. I came upon them fair and square.
You know what? Make a persuasion check.
Oh my god.
70. Okay, my 20 streak is broken, but I still have +6.
Okay. So she looks at you for a moment and goes, "Alright, tell you what, I'll cut you a deal. Just help me cover the shipping costs of 2 gold, and these are yours."
2 gold? You know, I have to level with you. I have just started my first job as a bard, and before that, I was a starving student, so I
I flip her
don't
2
have a
gold.
lot of. Thanks,
She
Wednesday.
accepts your
That's
2
so nice.
She accepts
Yeah.
your 2 gold and puts the 3 vials back on the counter. They're all yours.
Thank you, and I put them in my.
I
I'm gonna give you one of them, and I take the other 2.
Okay. I look at it and
So-
I go, do you have anything for cold resistance?
Cold resistance. Let me see back here. She walks back there, and as she walks away, she calls back. "Oh, by the way, those are greater healing potions, just so you know."
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. I thought 2 gold for a few healing potion, but greater healing potion makes more sense. Thank you, Wednesday. That was very nice of you.
Okay. So you hear some tinkling of glass in the back as
as she goes through some potions back there.
Hmm.
Do you guys do anything during this?
Yeah, I'm working on my song. Once there was a potion we decided to dump. My cat lapped it up and decided to hump.
I take
Another
one
great
look at
cat by
Calypso,
his
and
furry rump.
I take a look at Calypso, and I sigh, and I summon I conjure up another cigar and start smoking it.
Hey, will you conjure me one up too?
Only one. Sorry, one at a time.
By the way, Rainbow, everything you conjure has a magical glow about it that everyone can see. I was reading your ability.
Yeah.
So everyone knows it's fake.
Yeah, it says the object is visibly magical, radiating dim light out to 5 feet.
Smoking toke?
Well, it's not
Anybody
fake. It's a
pass
real
here?
item.
Yeah,
but,
it's real. It's just conjured.
conjured.
I'm gonna hold out my hand. Can I have a tray?
Do you have what?
Can I have a tray?
I pass the cigar to him and say, "Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Try it once."
I'm gonna puff it. And what kind of cigars are you smoking there, Wednesday? Are they heavy? Are they mild? Are they like
She's smoking heavy spicy.
okay?
Oh God.
Man, I'm gonna hack a little bit and give it back.
I take it back. I start smoking it again.
Okay, so at this point, the clinking has finally stopped, and the dwarf woman comes out from the back and hops back up onto the stool to get level with the counter, and is holding it's, it's a large enough bottle for you or a large enough vial for you to hold your whole hand around it, kind of like a can of pop, that kind of width.
Oh.
Okay.
Can of soda if you're not from the Midwest in America. So she holds this vial of blue liquid and goes, "So good news and bad news. Good news, I do have a potion of cold resistance. Bad news, it's the only one in stock, and these are really hard to get more of.
Well, how much is it?
300 gold.
No, thank you. And I walk out.
All right. Have a good day, you two."
I'm gonna see if I can barter just a little bit and say, I understand that they're hard to come by, but correct me if I'm wrong, but in this region where it's warm, it's pretty hard to come by someone who needs one.
Mm,
I
Sometimes
mean,
we
are you
get
wanting
people.
to hang on to that forever, or do you want to sell it?
I mean,
I'll
sometimes we
bet
get
you
people.
she would. Oh, go
Sorry.
ahead.
Sometimes we get people that are trying to go to the Marble Mountains up north, and those get pretty chilly.
I'll bet if you gave her a good discount, maybe a third off, she'd take it off your hands. I mean, at least then you'd have a reason to restock. Otherwise, you'll be hanging on to that forever.
Mm. She thinks for a moment. Has Wednesday already left?
I might be still not out the door yet, just kind of walking.
All right. The dwarf lady calls out to Rainbow. Wow, I almost called you Rainbow. Calls out to you Wednesday. Wait,
I
I
turn
can
around
do
and say,
I can do 220 gold.
still a little bit too high. I'll be fine. Thank you, though.
I shrug my shoulders sympathetically and say, "Sorry, better luck next time," and follow her out.
All right. Have a good day, you two.
Thank
Stay out of
you.
trouble. All right. And meanwhile, Gimna and Lungra, you two walk into the general store, right?
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
while they're doing the general thing, I want to make sure that I'm walking towards the general store.
Okay. I mean, this is something that was going on while
Okay.
you guys were in the potion.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna start heading toward the general store too. At the very least, I need to buy some more rations.
It's right next door, just so you know.
Oh, okay.
So meanwhile, describe how you two walk into the store.
I'm gonna
No.
walk into the.
Shut up, PJ.
I thought you. Well, we were the only people walking in. The other two were already there.
You two aren't the only players of the
but
campaign.
yeah, we haven't even talked about anything about.
Yeah, we're
us
going
playing
back
this
in
way.
time. So at the
Oh,
start of
gotcha.
your guys' adventure, this is ours.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't mean to take upstage you. I thought he was talking to me.
No, I know.
Context clues, dude.
PJ, like Calypso, thinks the world revolves around him.
Wait, it doesn't?
PJ is the female version, or Calypso is the female version of PJ.
Yeah, so I walk in. Do I see anybody as soon as I walk in?
Yeah, behind the counter, you see a fairly tall, green-skinned orc just asleep against the counter.
Okay. Gimna is not happy to see an orc.
Why does Gimna hate orcs?
Yes.
She's racist.
Yes, she is. She hates orcs, and she goes up.
It's racist.
She goes up and she just kind of glares at this orc while he's sleeping, deciding what she wants to do, and then eventually she decides.
I punch him in the shoulder.
All right. He startles awake with a punch in the shoulder, like, "Oh, what? Oh, hi there, you two."
Gimna immediately pokes him in the chest
Uh-oh.
and says, "Where's Volstark?"
Hey, listen. I don't want anything to do with Volstark anymore. All right.
Any more?
Ever since I met him, ever since I laid my own two eyes on him, never wanted to look back.
Yeah? Well, were you one of the ones over there at Lockfluss? At the dam?
Gimna, what is happening?
No, ma'am. I don't know a Lockfluss very well.
I pick Gimna up by her shoulders and haul her over to a corner, and I'm like, Gimna, what is happening?
I'm definitely resisting that.
Okay.
No.
Make a grapple attempt, and you make an attempt to avoid it.
Okay, what's my higher one? Acrobatics or
What's-
athletics? Athletics.
Yeah, how do I roll for grapple?
You roll.
Athletics?
Yeah, you roll athletics.
Yeah, it's athletics for you, and then also athletics for me.
Ah,
Damn it.
bitch.
Alright,
So
so
long,
as
Gritty.
Gimna's lifted up, she starts kicking and and hollering at you. She's put me down. I'm gonna show that orc what for. You tell me where Volstark is, as you're pulling me away from him. You tell me now. What do you know?
I'm like, Gimna, stop. What is wrong? And I like slightly shake her.
Are you letting me go, or are you still holding me?
I'm still holding you.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and kick you in the shin then with the back of my heel.
You can't. You're too short.
Is she holding me in the air or just dragging me?
Yeah, I'm holding you in the air.
So you're
I'm
actually
pretty
I
sure
pushing
grabbed you
me
by
up.
your
Kick somewhere.
shoulders.
I'm pretty heavy. Let's see. 98 pounds is what I'm carrying. Plus, I weigh 143 pounds. I guess I'm not as heavy as I thought. So it's
I have a strength of 7. I think I'm okay.
240 something pounds. You can lift me up in the air like that? Okay. All right, well, I'm going to kick you wherever I can reach then. Do I need to
Gimna
roll?
has
How do
a
I
habit of
block
being
this?
picked up in the air, doesn't she?
Do I need to roll for anything?
Yeah.
Unarmed strike?
Yeah, roll to hit.
Okay. And
Maggie.
let's see. 1d20 plus 6. Ah. It does take forever to roll out. Okay, so that's a... Fuck! It's an 8 to hit.
Yeah, that does not hit.
Alright, so I'm kicking...
Class of
I'm
11.
kicking and yelling. I'm like, well, you put me down! I don't even know you! Put me down! I don't even know why you're with us!
All right. So during this whole scene, the orc behind the counter says in his gruff, low voice, says, "All right, listen. I can tell you what I know, but really, you're best off just leaving him alone. I don't think anyone can stand up to Volstark."
So...
I put
He's
Gimna
trying-
down because
He's
she
trying
seems
to
calm.
he's trying to convince me to not have anything to do with Volstark.
Yeah, and honestly, as he says this, he sounds pretty scared about the topic.
So you say you put me down now as I'm sitting there listening to him?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I may be not flailing anymore, but she's definitely still steaming. And I'm gonna try and kick you in the shin now that I'm on the ground.
Alright.
But from behind, like as I'm walking away, like ugh, like just put my foot backward and and hit you in the shin.
Okay, roll the hit.
That's a 12 to hit. What's your AC?
11.
Oh, nice. So that's it. All right. All right. So let's see. And the damage is 5 damage.
Oh.
Okay.
So I kick you in the shin, and then I immediately start stomping across, like just like putting my feet down on the floor. She starts stomping over this orc, and she just says, "I don't care what you think about Volstark. I don't care if you're a reformed orc. I don't care about any of that. You're gonna tell me where the last place you saw him was, and where I should go to try to find him, or more information about him."
All right. So the orc takes a calming sigh, like trying to calm himself down, and says, "All right, listen. You got a map?
I do. Give me that map. Who has the map? Who had the
I
map?
slowly hand her the map.
Okay.
Didn't
Just
Calypso have the
shyly as
map?
soon as she takes it.
Didn't Calypso have the map?
Yeah, I stole it. Just kidding.
Was it Calypso?
I'm gonna go ahead and say that you guys, between the two of you, one of you.
Yeah,
probably has it.
All right, fine. I was gonna say, well, by this time, Calypso could be coming into the store too.
That's
They
right.
spent a while in the potion store.
That's true. All right, so we have the map then. So I pull out the map.
Yep. So when you lay out the map in front of the orc on the counter, he points over here and says, "This is Volstead. This is his domain. Now listen."
You mean
I
Volstark?
No, he said Volstead.
Oh, Volstead.
yeah, the homestead
okay.
of Volstark.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. And after pointing to that, he says, "What?"
What?
What is happening?
He says what?
No, I saw someone type in chat.
Oh.
PJ,
He says,
Colby.
"What?"
Jesus.
All right. So after he points to Volstead on the map, he says, "Now listen, I really mean it. Volstark is no joke. He's like 15 feet tall, has an 8 foot long sword that just crushes you into the ground, and his followers, they're nuts.
You're not the first person to try to dissuade me from finding Volstark, but I assure you, I'm gonna find him and I'm gonna cut that fucker's head off.
You don't understand, man. His followers, they'll lay down their lives just to help him beat you into the ground. Literally.
I held off an entire wave of orcs from my home of Lockshun, or what was it called? Lock. I forget what it was. Lockfluss. Yeah. Okay. from my home Lockfluss. If it wasn't for that dam, they'd all be dead, and my family would be alive still.
I'm sorry you went through that, man.
Well, you should be. She takes the map back and stuffs it in her pocket and walks away. And then she looks over her shoulder and gives him one last mean glare.
All right, make a perception check.
Okay. Okay, 13.
All right. As far as you can tell, he's definitely totally telling the truth about this whole thing, and he's legitimately scared about this Volstark.
So, as far as I can tell, he's telling the truth?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I never doubted it since I was trying to intimidate him.
Well, I mean, it's like when you look back, you'd see the expression on his face.
Okay. Yeah, so I stomp out, and then I turn around, give him one last glare, and then I turn back around face to face with
Calypso
Lungra?
at this point.
what's her name? Lungra?
Lungra.
Yeah, I give her one last glare too, and then I walk out of the store.
All right. You almost walk into Calypso, actually.
Okay. I'm like, come on, Calypso, we're going north.
Wait a second, I need to buy some.
We're
some
going north!
rations. I'm almost out.
She starts stomping north through the village.
Okay.
Wait for me.
I'm going to the general store.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go too. And I spot the orc. Oh, hi.
I
How
go
you
north
doing?
with Gimna.
What was that?
I follow Gimna.
Okay. So you two are already headed north out of town.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Wednesday and Calypso, what's up?
Yeah, so I look at the orc. Oh, an orc shopkeeper. What tribe did you come from?
The only tribe around, Volstarks. I don't have anything to do with them anymore, though. Crazy son of bitches.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you
I
lost your
conjure up a
tribe.
doll that looks just like him, and I go, "Where did he touch you, honey?"
Wow.
He swats the doll away and
Wow.
says,
Also,
"No,
Rainbow, why does everyone think I'm shenanigans?
So, I'm gonna ask. So, why? What? I mean, I know the orcs never. I mean, and I don't mean to generalize. You are your own individual, but the orcs I know never leave their tribes if they can help it. Why did you leave yours?
because I value my life."
Oh, must have been pretty harsh leadership then, huh?
Yeah, his followers
So,
are crazy. They'll lay down their lives just for him.
well, I mean, that seems to be orc tribes in general. That's why they're so formidable. I mean, you met our friend Gimna. She's pretty nice.
I
But
uh,
speaking of whom, I don't. I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't be talking as much as I am. Where are the rations at?
Down in the back in the left corner. He points to the
where
left corner.
I ask him where's the winter clothing at.
Winter clothing, winter clothing. He he thinks for a second and he goes out to the back behind the counter.
All right. So I'm gonna grab 5 rations
Okay,
to purchase.
all right. And after a brief moment, he comes out from behind the back and he says, "Sorry, weird. What color are you again?
What?
What color are you again, Wednesday?
Oh, I think I am.
Pink.
Yeah, let's go with pink. I can't remember what color I was.
Yeah, I wrote it down. Yeah, you're pink. Yeah. So he comes out from back behind the counter and says, "Sorry, weird pink lady. All I got is this warm hat here." He holds up like a fuzzy hat.
Oh, okay. Thank you, though.
No problem. And he turns to Calypso. I assume you're offering the rations, or you're trying to buy the rations.
Calypso?
Hello?
Oh,
You
sorry
did.
about that. Yeah, I've got 5 of them.
All right. All right. So you got 5 rations. That'll be 8 gold.
8 gold. Wow, expensive.
Well, are you sure it's 8 gold? That sounds pretty expensive for 8
Yeah, that's
rations.
pretty.
Must be made of gold.
No kidding. Um. Gosh, that's a hard call to make because they're not very wealthy.
I mean, you could also offer to trade with this person.
Oh, true. Hey, how about you? You look. You sound like a pretty sensitive orc. I have something that I think you'd really enjoy. I just finished reading it. It's called Orchil and Juliet. I'll trade you this book here for 3 rations.
How about you give us a better deal? We won't tell Valstead where you are.
Well, I don't think it. I mean, yeah, like ignore my friend here. And I'm gonna pull the book out and say, um, see, 2 star-crossed lovers are caught between their respective elf and orcish tribes. I'm sure this is something you could relate to.
He ponders for a moment and goes, "It does get awfully boring around here."
Yeah. So you know what? I know you've. Do you own this store? Or do you have a manager?
This is my store, yes.
Oh, okay, perfect. Then yeah, I'll trade you this book here for 4 rations. Do we have a deal?
Make a persuasion check.
All right. Hopefully my luck holds.
Hopefully.
As he's
Oh,
partnering with him, I walk
bitchin'.
out and I try to catch up with the dwarf.
Okay.
19 plus 6.
Okay. So the orc is thinking for a moment, and he goes, "You know what? For that bulk, I'll let you have all 5 of those."
Oh, thank you so much. And
Alright.
oh, I'm sorry about your experiences, but I hope you feel better. And I'm gonna hurry out the door because I know I'm like super far behind everybody else.
Have a good day, man.
You too. And so yeah, now I'm just hurrying up north to catch a angry dwarf as much as I can, or as fast as I can go.
Okay. So the way out of Olin Oaks, the path was pretty straight north this way, and about this point right here is a split that goes in this way toward Marble Mountains, which you now see in the horizon, with some snow-peaked caps, and this way, which is Volstead, and it has some pretty scary-looking. Like the grass is literally orangish red, like a savanna. It has a bunch of dead grass in the distance. So
Okay,
you
so
guys would be
is it
about
up
where
to
Gimna
Gimna
started.
right now, or are you talking to Gimna and Gimna and I'm sorry, Lorna,
Lungra.
So
Longra?
those are mountains on the left there.
Yes.
Okay, they look pretty rough, or
Some of them are snow peaked. This is where Jade told you to go.
the mountains. Okay. Is it possible to go on the mountains but stay towards the east so we can look down into Volstead?
You could try to scale a mountain to get some. Well, no. Scale wise, is still quite far from Balstead.
Okay.
Like
So so
climbing a
there
mountain would.
so there are plains basically between the
Yes.
mountains of Volstead. So all I'd do is be able to see it up in the distance and not really see much then.
Yeah. Yeah. All you can see from where you are mountains off this way, and you can see off in the horizon like a taller but dead brownish red orangish grass.
Okay. So right now, Gimna is fueled by hate and filled with desires for revenge, and she's not going to listen to her first advice of going to the mountains, and she's going to head straight toward Volstead.
Okay. Everyone else, do you follow? Do
Oh,
you
is the
Yeah.
say
scale
anything?
large enough to where I catch her?
Yeah, you've definitely been able to catch up by this point. You're all together.
Okay.
So is it another like
So
4 hour trip from that little town to Volstead? Seems about the same
Uh,
uh,
distance.
from
I'm actually
the
gonna
distance to
try to
the
talk her out of it.
yeah, the distance to the crossroads from town was like about 75 minutes.
Okay.
So
All
you
right.
guys are
So
still at the crossroads
so yeah, I'm still
where
just huffing
Gimna
and
is right
puffing. I'm
now.
just like, and I'm just headed off towards that way. I'm not headed towards the mountains. I'm definitely headed. Um, I would be headed this way.
Okay.
I'm gonna say to Gimna. Is that her name? Gimna?
Gimna.
Gimna.
Gimna. I'm gonna say, let's unlive them all.
What?
Let's unlive them all.
Unlive them all.
I don't
Uh,
know,
Like
but
I think it's a funny way of saying kill them all.
yeah.
yeah.
Oh. I thought you said unlive the mall.
No.
I was like, what the fuck? Okay.
All right, so
She,
Gimna starts at the crossroad. Gimna
Gimna is
starts
not
taking the
responding to
path.
anyone, by the way. She's just dead set on where she's going.
Okay.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna say, Gimna, you need stop. Gimna, the tome is over there,
Get out of my
and I'm
way!
pointing over at the mountain.
You go back to the town. Get
And
out of my way.
I'm gonna
I look at
I'm gonna
Clipshow. I go, Clipshow. I mean, we could be famous by destroying the sky. Let's go get some fame.
I'm gonna summon because even I understand, that the librarian and an orc and everybody along the way has attested to how lethal this guy is. So I'm gonna cast thaumaturgy and I'm gonna like out of
Thaumaturgy.
rage, thaumaturgy, more out of rage than anything else, and just speak to her. Your hatred will be your undoing.
Does
You've
the
been warned by everyone in the path.
What are the components of thaumaturgy?
Your voice booms up to 3 times as loud as normal for a minute. You can
No.
cause there is no component. It's just
Verbal. So okay. So you would be voicing the voice then.
yes.
Okay. So Do I see that she's the cause of this booming voice?
Considering the direction you're facing, probably not.
Okay, so are you beside me or behind me, Calypso? I imagined you ran in front of me to try to get into my field of vision.
Yeah, I step into your path. I step into your way, and I mean, my eyes are glowing red, and I'm pissed at you. I think you're being selfish.
So you're not even
and
trying to
I-
hide the fact that you're the one causing the voice.
Yeah, no, I
Oh,
want
okay.
you to see that it is me, and I am trying to look as demonic and just as overbearing as I possibly can.
What
Okay.
time is it?
It's a quarter to.
Are you doing the rule, Bunsen, where I can call for a check from another player trying to do something to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I asked what time, I didn't mean like in real life. I meant in the game.
Oh,
Oh.
in the game, it's about 3 in the afternoon, I believe.
Roll me an intimidation check, Calypso.
All right. See if this one holds. 13 plus. It's gonna
Plus
be
5.
like.
Plus 5.
Yep.
All right. So Gimna's super mad and super hyper focused, but she's not drunk.
18.
So so she finally, you're this imposing force in her path. Your eyes are glowing, your voice is booming, and she stops and she just kind of says, kind of exasperated, get out of my way.
And I'm just gonna say one last thing before I kind of succumb to the effort and go back, revert to my normal self. And let's say, continue down this path, you will all be slain.
And you saying that to everybody?
Mostly Gimna, but I mean, everybody's following you.
And you're trying to sound like what? Like Volstark or yourself?
No, myself. Like, kind of the same thing. It's happened to her before where she loses control of her, just like loses her temper
Okay. I love
entirely.
it. I love it.
And the demonic, she's like always trying to be so sweet and nice, almost more than anything to deliberately
I
counter.
love that she's got this hidden demon inside her though, like that. Like that's perfect. Okay.
Literal inner demon.
Yeah, exactly. All right, cool. Okay, so yeah, so Gibna, she stops and she's trying to look tough, and her her expression starts to waver, and she looks off to the right. So if we're about, hold on, if we're about like here, say, as we're headed towards the place, she looks off the right this direction, and then she just kind of she stops for a second and she just stares off that direction and she kind of becomes unresponsive.
And so by now I've my fit of rage has ended, and I'm back to my normal self. And I just look to her and say, "Don't be selfish, Kimna. We know what we have to do." And I'm gonna start walking in the direction of the mountains.
Gimna kind of doesn't hear you, and she continues staring off in that direction, and then after a couple minutes pass, she just falls to her knees and kind of puts her head in her hands.
And if I'm facing away, like I'm kind
after-
of like looking back at everybody
After a
to see
moment,
if
you
they're
hear her
following.
start to sob.
I said, well, why don't we take a short break here and set up a small temporary camp for like maybe an hour or two?
Yeah, that might be a good thing. And if we are taking a short rest, I am going to sing everybody a song of rest.
And while we take that short rest, I'm gonna recast Find Familiar. It takes 10 hours plus. I mean 1 hour plus 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, song of rest is
Gimna is not
natural
paying
power.
any attention to you guys. She's just kind of sobbing into her hands.
Yeah,
And I'm
song
gonna
of
change
rest.
my the time that I'm gonna change my familiar into a hawk.
Okay.
Let's see. And do you? I forget whether you regain spell slots.
You
With
don't.
a long, not with a short rest. It takes a long rest.
Yes.
All right.
All right. So does anyone take note of Gimna's state?
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to her cautiously because I know that she is, prone to anger and is a little bit like not very touchy, like doesn't like to be approached or coddled
To
or
be fair,
anything, but
this
I can
is the
tell she
very first time she's ever broke down in front of you guys.
but I'm gonna go up to her and I'm just going to like put an arm around her and just I don't want to say anything because she probably doesn't want to talk about it, but I just want to comfort her.
Are you spooning
And
her?
no, asshole.
You don't say anything, but like what? You put your arm around her.
Yeah, I put my arm
Okay.
around her and just like sit there while she cries. Like kind of an invitation, like she can, like if she wants a hug or if she wants to talk about it, that she
So
knows I'm
after
there.
after a moment, she's really stubborn, but after a moment, she does kind of lean into your side a little bit with her head still sobbing, and she doesn't say anything, but clearly
Yeah.
she's disturbed by something is really bothering her. I mean, you guys already know that she's pissed at Volstark.
Mm.
Uh-oh, we're
And
losing you.
me?
Yeah, you started to go robot.
Oh, gotcha.
You're good
Yeah,
now, though.
so let's see. I'm trying to decide like I mean, because she's Gymnaso's like other than her outburst, she's really stoic.
Yeah,
And
normally.
so let's see. I am going to, you know what? I'm going to try to read into what I know of her personality and make the right choice of whether to say something or not.
Okay, you could make an insight check, and then I could give you some info about what you
Yeah,
perceive.
that's kind of what I'm trying to do, but the DM is usually as a player, I don't say I'm going to roll this check. It's usually the
But
DM that's,
but
oh,
I would if you want to make a check for something, just ask me if you want
oh,
if that you would like to do it, and
gotcha. Yeah,
I'll let you do it.
well, in
I
between
want to,
players, I'm telling you to roll the check because you said you're trying
oh,
to insight on me, and I'm saying I can tell you something about me if you
19
are
plus 3,
perceptive. Okay,
or no,
yeah.
plus
So
4.
so you can tell that like this is like she's basically had an outburst, exploded, and now she's kind of just her cover is gone, like her big facade that is right now is gone. She's vulnerable. She's feeling helpless and like she can't do anything about what's bothering her.
And so, yeah, I'm gonna go up there. I'm gonna give her a hug and whatever the insight. I mean, I'm already there.
You can intuit that you got through to her that like kind of subconsciously already knew she was making a stupid decision heading the direction she was going, and then you had to like literally stop her from basically committing suicide, and she had to come to terms with that, and she fell apart.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna tell her. Look, Gimna, I know that you're very strong and you have nothing to be ashamed of, but we are not ready. We will get there.
She sobs a little more, and then she just says, "I know we're not ready, but Volstark's got to go. We got to get rid of Volstark." And then she kind of looks, pulls her head up out of her hands, and looks off toward the southeast a little bit, kind of almost longingly, like something that direction is clearly on her mind.
He's a menace. Everybody said so. And I will follow you there, but Jade, the orc, everybody has told us we're not ready, but Jade is going to help us get ready. We just need to accept her help.
All right. Thank you, Calypso. Thank you for checking on me, and thank you for stopping me from making a stupid decision.
Well,
You're good
we're all
people,
in
you
this
know
together,
that.
no?
You might annoy the shit out of me, but you're good people.
Hey,
Uh,
Wednesday,
Yep.
make me a perception check. 13.
I have no plus perception. I don't think. Yeah, I don't have anything.
Okay. Continue.
Continue
guys all
what?
can-
You asked him for the check.
Yeah,
I know.
I don't
Oh,
know
I
what
asked,
okay.
to
him,
proceed
I
here.
asked him to check. He failed. So you guys continue.
Okay.
So I'm gonna grab Gimna by her heavy ass forearms, and with my tiny little frame, try to stand her up to her feet.
Okay, so she struggles a little bit. She wipes the tears off of her eyes and kind of regains her composure a little and it looks off into the distance one last time, thinking about something that she's clearly not verbalizing, and then turns to you and then says, "Well, where do we go?"
Wait, hang on a second.
Hmm.
Gimna, make a perception check.
Me? Oh, okay.
Yes.
6.
Okay.
And just for
Continue.
fun, since we're all rolling perception.
All right. Yeah, I'll allow it. So, Calypso, during this whole thing, as you stand up, you happen to glance around, and to the northeast, you see a green figure off in the distance. Just a normal orc, but wearing some sort of orange garb off in the distance.
Which direction?
And
Can you?
The northeast?
northeast, he said. So
Yes.
toward Volstark
Volstead.
or Volstead. Well, yeah, Volstark's domain, Volstead, where they sing songs made of Volbeats.
Did I finish casting my my familiar spell?
No, you haven't taken a short rest yet.
Oh, okay. Because while they was doing that, that's what I was doing.
How well can I see the orc?
Like pretty far in the distance. Like you can't make out any features. All you can tell is that it's some sort of orc in orange garb.
Gotcha. So I can't see whether he has war paint. I can't see if he has any weapons. Is he mounted or is he on?
He's mounted on a horse, actually.
Can I? Does his body language give him away at all? Can I tell whether he sees us?
Yes, and he turns away on his horse and heads more northeast,
More northeast.
away from you guys.
Gotcha. I am going to as thick as she appears to be, she does have a high level of perception, and she can perceive that this is a threat. He might be part of the Volstead tribe, and
You can mention
I
this.
know that,
You can mention this.
well, I'm not going to yet. I was rationing out loud. I know he's part of the Volstead tribe. As repentant as Gimna is right now, I can also sense just a burning need for revenge, almost like a thirst for water. And so I'm going to say, because Gimna just asked me where we go, I'm going to say, into the Misty Mountains. Let's go.
Marvel Mountains.
Yeah, the Marvel Mountains. And I'm going to start leading the way, and I am not going to mention a single thing about what I just saw.
Okay.
Because I know it'll
I'm gonna sit there and continue casting my ritual.
You'll be left behind if you do that.
I'll be what?
You'll be left behind if you do that.
Okay, I'm gonna continue finishing it.
I mean, very behind.
Okay.
Isn't it only 10 minutes?
It's
Hour and 10.
an hour and 10 minutes.
Oh, gotcha.
They're gonna be long. Wednesday. They're gonna be long gone by the time you finish that. Are you crazy sure you want to basically leave the party?
Into the environment that suits you least.
Well, yeah, because I want to be able to have a scout for us. So
Oh,
I don't notice
okay.
them.
All right.
What good's a scout if you lose us, though?
Oh,
I'll
he'll
be
be
able
able
to
to
find
scout us and see us again. It'll just be a matter if he can safely pursue us into the mountain.
All right. Yeah, well, Gimna's definitely not going to stop and wait for you, so she's going to start marching on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm already on my way. I don't know. Is Dakota still here?
No.
No, we lost her.
Oh, okay. So DM plays Longra. Does she follow along?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna start marching into the mountains, and I can already sense an aura about this place. There's like solitude and peaks, and there's just a solemnness that I find inspiring and a little bit scary. And so I'm gonna use like I'm gonna march. I'm gonna go in silence and try to, I'm going to keep my eyes open and my mouth shut. So I'm going to try to be pretty stealthy. And I'm also going to try to see and perceive as far as I can as I'm proceeding.
Okay. So, about an hour passes. Wednesday, last chance. Are you sure you're staying behind?
Yep.
Okay. So Wednesday, you're left back at the crossroads. So you would be right over here, and you three, you're about where Gimna's token is. I'd say
You said an hour's passed?
an hour has passed. Yes,
Alright, so my hawk's there. I'm gonna send the hawk
not
in the
yet.
air. Oh,
It's an hour 10
alright.
minutes.
Well, I figured since they were talking, it's been like 10 minutes, hasn't it?
No,
Weren't they talking for like 10 minutes? Because I started it then.
no, it's about 5 minutes.
Alright, so I have 5 more minutes.
Yep. So
Alright,
about
okay.
an hour passes, and off in the distance, you three, you see the peaks off in the distance. They've come a lot closer. You're starting to get some rougher terrain. It's not rough terrain, but like the ground is starting to get a little less grassy, starting to get more patchy with the grasses here and there. And it's not cold here, but as you look up some of the nearby peaks, you do see snow atop some of the peaks.
And so yeah, I'm already like I've got song lyrics and stuff going through my heads about what I'm seeing, and I'm like kind of if we're close enough, and I don't think I've ever seen mountain peaks before because I'm from I think it's called Dunkirk. And so I kind of give Gimna an elbow. Look at that. Beautiful.
Pointing at the peaks.
Uh huh.
Gimna looks up and just says, "Yeah, great, snowy mountains." Just where I always wanted to go.
Me too.
All right, where do we gotta go for this Jade girl?
She had pointed to this location around here.
Yeah, I'm gonna whip out the map and show her the X so that she knows, and we're just gonna keep proceeding.
Okay.
All right.
Gimna, right now, Gimna's just kind of being quiet. She's a little embarrassed by her tender moment, and she's actually not even trying to lead the way. She's kind of following you, Calypso.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'm like still kind of quietly marching through. I don't know what we're gonna encounter out here, but I'm ready and I'm really excited. I hope to meet some of the local peoples and make some friends. And but by the same token, if we make it all the way through unbothered, that doesn't bother her either. So just kind of leading the way to where I understand the map to direct us.
Okay. And meanwhile, back at the crossroads.
Yeah, back at the ranch.
Meanwhile, in the Hall of Justice.
So, Wednesday, about how much focus would you say your ritual takes you?
Let me look at it and see what it says. Doesn't probably about a normal spell. Why?
Okay. So, you're focusing on your ritual, trying to prepare your familiar. By this point, you've already gotten like so in order to create a familiar, for example, a process might look something a like a an ethereal form that slowly becomes more physical,
Uh-huh.
given more physicality. And the this hawk that you're trying to create is almost finished. It's starting to look almost not see through at all, almost completely opaque. But as you're working on this, suddenly you hear some noise off in the distance to the northeast.
Okay.
you look in this direction and you see a group of 7 orcs in orange garb on horseback riding over to you from a distance.
Okay.
Do you react at all?
Do I have time to finish the spell, or how far away? I don't.
They're gonna reach you before you finish.
All right, I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna cast fog of cloud.
Okay. What does that do?
Creates a
Wait.
fog of cloud for 20 foot radius.
Okay. All right. Um. Yeah. Fortunately for you, it is not significantly windy, so it is not dispersed immediately. So you create this around yourself.
Yep.
All right. So they're about. It's gonna take them like 2 minutes to reach you. However, this fog of 20-foot radius, it's not. They don't know exactly where you are, but they know generally where you are within a 20-foot radius still.
And me and my fog of cloud's gonna start walking towards the village.
Village.
Does
Can
the
you?
fog? Can the fog follow you?
It doesn't believe you can.
I think it can.
You create a 20-foot radius sphere of fog centered on a point within range. The sphere spreads around corners and its area is heavily obscured. It lasts for the duration or until a wind of moderate or greater speed, at least 10 miles an hour, disperses it.
Yeah,
It
it
does
doesn't
not
say
say
anything
anything.
about being able to recast its
Okay.
location.
I'm gonna follow the. I'm gonna go into town stealthily.
Okay. Make a
That's
stealth
about.
check. With disadvantage, because you're kind of trying to sneak through plain opens.
Maybe he can like flatten himself like a pancake and sort of slither on the ground.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to keep all your stuff with you if you're trying to flatten yourself.
What's
I'm
he
assuming
trying
you're
to?
keeping your.
What's he trying to sneak through? Oh shit!
Wow.
Oh, some orcish riders.
All right. So you do keep a pretty low profile, and you're
Was that
moving.
with disadvantage though? Like
Oh, yeah, I
you?
gotta do it again.
Oh yes, you're right. Please roll again.
Hmm?
Watch it be a 1. That would be hilarious.
It was a 1. So, welcome to the show with disadvantage. Oh, I got a
Or
screenshot
sometimes
of
we roll
this.
double ones.
That's epic.
It's finally come to pass.
Oh, it's happened before.
Well, I'm not really entirely sure why I had disadvantage, but okay.
Because you're
Because
trying to
you're
sneak
already
through open.
seen.
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah,
in
and-
fog.
It's only for 20 feet.
you said you
But
were leaving
still,
the
they-
fog to go to the village.
Yeah, but I could have been left from anywhere in that fog, or I could have been staying in
Imagine
the
this
fog.
what this
But
would
they
look like
see you
from,
leave the
from
fog,
someone
don't
from
they?
a yeah.
I
If you were
cast
at
the
a dis-
fog, and then I leave the fog. I don't like leave the fog after before.
Okay, so hang on, let me draw
The
you.
fog only covers 20 feet, so as soon as you leave the radius of the fog, they can see you.
Yeah, here
Okay.
I'm gonna draw a visual really quick. So I'm gonna move you over here really quick. All right.
You're gonna draw a
So
visual. Is this visual gonna be a skull and crossbones?
uh, no comment yet. So so let's say you're about here, right? Right, Rainbow.
All right.
You create a circle of fog where you are located, right at the crossroads, like this, right?
All right.
They are where they are located. The orcs are over here. They're off in this direction, right? They're headed towards you.
All right.
Town is this way. For you to head to town, you're not going to be obscured by the fog as you try to leave, and they already have visual of you.
Oh, okay. Well, I go this way then.
What way?
Which way?
I go this way.
Okay. They're still going to see you, though.
It's the same thing. The only way they don't see you is if you
I
leave
go this
direct-
way.
You leave
directly out the
behind the
back.
fog.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go around the back this way then.
Okay.
If the fog is between you and them, then they can't see you leave it. Which, if that's the case, does he get the to keep his first roll? If that's what he's doing, I mean, in all fairness, he didn't have a diagram of what he was doing.
Yeah. So So what happens then? So Wednesday, as you leave.
I would say
Oh,
so,
I can.
but that's up to
As
Or
you
you
leave,
make him roll a third time.
as you leave the fog in this direction, the eventually they're on horseback, so they can move a lot faster than you can.
All right.
The orcs they eventually reach the fog this way, and they like split around the fog in two directions and re-merged in this direction as they still have sight on you.
All right.
Uh-oh.
very good
Yes.
visuals, Benson.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like that. Looks like
I should do
football.
football.
I was just gonna say you should annotate football streams.
Yeah. Step one, I would need to learn football.
See if you would have got the ball across that line, it would have been a touchdown.
Apparently,
Anyway.
so does Chevy.
Yes. So at this point, these 7 orcs, by the time they reemerge, or by the time they recircle around the fog and they have visual on you again,
Uh-huh.
they are about 100 feet away from you. They're gonna reach you in a matter of 20 seconds.
Okay.
Do you do anything?
I run away.
Okay. They're still gonna outspeed you. They're on horseback.
Okay. I figured they're gonna catch me no matter what. So okay.
Okay. So the distance shortens to 90 feet, 80 feet, 70 feet, 60 feet. If you turn back at this point, you can see that the orcs have already taken out swords, maces. One of them even has a bow and arrow. Do you make any different actions, or are you still just running away?
I'm still running away.
Okay. Can I offer a suggestion?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna laugh if you die.
Yeah, maybe do literally anything else. Maybe, I don't know, look at what you have.
Okay. I slit my
Um,
throat. No, I
I slit my own throat. You'll never take me alive.
Unfortunately for you, you don't have a throat to slit.
Okay. I think you should pray right now to Tamora, or let's see who else.
Rainbow,
yeah.
what item did you just get yesterday?
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I was waiting for that. I thought for sure you'd be using it.
I'm gonna use my spell of storing on them to cast that firebolt.
Okay, so you're running away, fearing for your life, just sprinting away from these horses, and suddenly a flash of brilliance just shakes your very frame as you're like, wait, I got it. And you suddenly stop running, you turn around, you stand your ground, and you hold out your hand. And the orcs, they continue charging towards you as you hold out your hand and your two-fingered ring starts to glow, and it starts to get pretty hot around your fingers. It's not burning you, but you feel the warmth. And suddenly, from your two fingers, suddenly you feel a huge force push you back as a
Oh,
huge
yeah.
fireball, shoots out from your two fingers at this crowd of orcs. Roll me a hit on that.
Was it just a D20 or what? Plus spell
Um,
attack or what?
yeah, and let me refresh my mind on fireball really quick.
Does it
Fire.
get a +4 plus spell attack if I need to do that?
Let me see here. A bright streak flashes from your pointing finger to a point you choose within range, and then blossoms into with a low roar into an explosion of flame. Each creature within a 20-foot radius sphere cover center on that point must make a dexterity saving throw. A target takes 8d6 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. All right. So they need to make dexterity saving throws.
Excuse me.
All right. So what is the save?
I don't know.
Well, it's a dexterity saving throw compared to what?
I don't
Yeah.
have the spell. I can look it up.
Oh yeah, he doesn't actually have the spell because it's just stored in his ring. Remember?
Right.
So fireball. Cast at level 5. It is a dex save of. It just says a dex save. Oh, because I guess that save would be affected by. Well, shoot. How do we figure out what it's supposed to be?
All right. So for convenience, it seems like all your saving throws on all your other spells are 14. So we're gonna say it's a 14.
All right.
All right. So as this explosion centers on an area right in front of the 7 horse orcs, a huge explosion occurs. And you hear some shrieks, some whinnies from the horses, and eventually the dust settles, and all you see left that are not massacred limbs, torched, just smoldering like arms, is three orcs
Can they hear
standing
me?
there. At this point, they would be able to hear you if you wanted to say something.
I'll
But
cast it again, you son of a bitch.
yeah,
You
at this
want
point,
more?
you only see 3 barely standing orcs in tattered orange rags at this point, staring at you, shocked.
I yell, I'll cast it again, you son of a bitch. You want more?
The 3 orcs look at each other and they're shocked, and they start sprinting back to the northeast.
Okay. Do I still have my cat, or is that what's going on with the pet?
You were interrupted.
Okay.
So you still have the cat instead of the hawk, right?
Do I have to finish like 5 minutes of that, or do I have to start over again, or
Yeah, I'll let you finish it up.
I finish that up
Okay.
and I send the hawk out to look for the party, up the sky, do a search.
All right. Are you gonna go back down the path and try to go in the direction that they went?
Yeah, but I'm also gonna have the hawk flying up above me looking for the party.
Okay. All right. Let me clear this really quick. Clear. Move you back up here. Okay. So, I'm wondering, should we end it there for tonight?
I was gonna suggest that we end it.
Yeah. All right.
Also, because I'm really curious, I'm gonna do one thing before we end it, and I'm gonna summon like a really long trench coat that's really fuzzy and it's got a hood.
Okay.
Okay.
It only
I
lasts
mostly
for
want
like,
to. What's that?
it's only gonna last for like an hour.
I can always recast it again.
Okay. What's your purpose?
I wanted to see if you would let me do it.
I don't understand.
Also,
I don't think you
Rainbow.
can make something that big.
Why does everyone treat me like shenanigans?
Well, why is it silly to be able to summon a coat where I'm going where it's cold?
Um, I don't think you can make something that big.
First of all, yeah, I was just gonna say, there's a limitation on size. Minor conjuration. The object can be no larger than 3 feet on a side and weigh no more than 10 pounds. So you're not. What are you? You're a Simvolk, so you're definitely larger than 3 feet, right?
I thought I was like size of like a goblin.
Oh,
No.
you were.
What size is slime Volk?
Seinvolk are, if they take their regular humanoid shape, they're usually about 5 foot
Yeah,
4.
Shenanigans is a special Simvolk. I made him tiny because
Okay.
he was formed out of a goblin.
Well,
And
I thought that all goblins, I mean all slime Volk was tiny because.
No.
well, you have your size listed as medium on your sheet,
Okay.
which is the size of like a standard humanoid.
Yeah.
That's fine. I was just seeing if you would let me do that.
Mm,
That was my purpose.
okay. You could also just ask. All right. So, with that eventful almost death, forgetting that she had a bazooka,
Thank you for tuning in to the third episode of Tomes and Toils. This has been Bunsen Gyre, your host, with Chev,
Stay tuned for next time.
Rainbow,
Have a good night.
and PJ,
Bye.
and Dakota, who had to leave during.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
And